Hey, this is Stacy from Let's Cook, y'all. Welcome back to our channel. If you're new, welcome. We're so glad you're here. We hope you'll enjoy the content on our channel and you'll consider hitting that red subscribe button. We're back with a brand new week of some easy, delicious weeknight meals. I am definitely on a trend of easy, so we've got some really quick ideas for you guys this week, and we've also got a couple of bonus extras, a breakfast and a dessert. We hope you enjoy the video this week. Life is short, so we're going to start with dessert first. I made a quick pan of cookies to share. 4 tablespoons of butter I melted in the microwave. 1 cup of packed brown sugar. I love this recipe. This is a simple pan cookie that I've been making for about 13 years. You start off with melted butter and brown sugar. Be sure to work all the lumps out and then add 1 egg, 1 teaspoon of vanilla. I'm going to put this aside. I'll put this aside and let it cool for a minute. I've got an 8x8 pan that I lined with foil and sprayed with non-stick spray. In another bowl, I'm going to mix up my dry ingredients, which is 3/4 cup of flour, a teaspoon of baking powder, and a 1/4 teaspoon or a good pinch of salt. My butter mixture is pretty much cool, so we will add the dry mixture. 2 things I love about this recipe. It uses pantry ingredients, stuff I always have on hand. I keep chips in my freezer. You can use any kind of chips. I'm using dark chocolate today. I have used butterscotch. I have used semi-sweet. I think I've even used cinnamon chips. It works with anything. It will make an 8x8 pan, which is great for 2 people. I will cut these into pretty small bars. About 16 bars. You could cut them bigger into about 9. And it's quick. I'm going to put this in the oven at 350 and they will be out in about 20 or 25 minutes. We'll just check them with a toothpick and then let them cool and cut them. So I need 3/4 cups of chips, any kind, and I'll put the rest of these back in my freezer and probably can do another batch another day. And 1 went overboard. Now for dinner, since we've got dessert going, I started with my largest 12-inch skillet, put some oil in it, and started browning some beef and add a diced onion. Since I don't have fresh, I'm just going to use canned. It's obviously much better with fresh. I'm going to brown the beef and the onions. This is an easy hamburger stroganoff. Like I said, you can use fresh mushrooms if you have them. I add the canned, which I always have on hand, and then I season with things like salt and pepper. I do add white and black, some onion powder, garlic powder, and even though it is beef and not turkey, I still go ahead and add some steak seasoning and some Worcestershire sauce to beef it up. And you can drain off all the grease. I just take paper towels and sop up as much of it as I can. In my oven, these do better. I cook them 20 minutes at 350, and then I cut my oven off and leave them for 5 minutes, and then I'll take them out and check them with a toothpick, and they're usually pretty perfect, but remember, every oven is different. I went back through with some more seasonings once the beef was browned, and I forgot I have this from Trader Joe's, which I really like, and since it does have mushrooms in it, it should beef up the flavor. I used to put dry granulated beef bouillon in this, but I actually haven't been able to find it in the store since COVID started, so I just beef it up with what I've got. This is about 2 heaping cups of shortcut egg noodles. You can use whatever you like. I drained some of the water from the green beans. I'm going to season them with salt and pepper. Some Trader Joe's 21 seasoning salute, and 1 little dash of liquid aminos, which is like a soy sauce. I will taste those for seasoning in a minute. I'm going to move them to another burner. And finish the stroganoff by adding a can of cream of mushroom soup and the sour cream, and the noodles are already done, and then it'll be time to eat. Tim loves this meal, but I don't make it often because it's kind of hard to cut a can of cream of mushroom soup in half. but I was making a meal to share with a friend.
I'm going to do this in phases, and I may not need the whole cup. Tim likes beef stroganoff, so I made a quick skillet stroganoff. We've got a video for this. I'll leave a link to that, and apparently I am graced with a taste tester who's going to tell me that the stroganoff over egg noodles is,
you know what?
A, B, C, D, or F.
This is not finger food, but I come prepared.
This is not finger food, no. And some green beans that I seasoned up, and some Texas toast. And I probably should have made a salad, but we're going to count the green beans as the green vegetable. So stroganoff over noodles, green beans, and garlic bread is what's for dinner today.
Beef stroganoff.
Okay, is it an A, B, C, or D? Or an F? Is it a fail? You tasted it.
Oh, it's excellent.
It's an A?
It's, well, yeah.
Well, yeah. Beef stroganoff.
A+.
A+. Thank you, sweetheart. That's what's for dinner today. It is time to take advantage of what's in the freezer. We got this to try at Trader Joe's months ago, so we're going to try that in the skillet, I think the directions say. And then I'll use my air fryer to do this half of this General Tso's from Sam's Club for Tim, and my last 2 egg rolls. Got to go buy or make egg rolls. But busy days, I'm always glad to have this stuff on hand.
I always feel like I need a vegetable when I do any kind of an Asian meal. I like broccoli or green beans. I didn't have them. I had some zucchini and some onions, so we went with that. In another pan, I got some oil going and added the frozen breaded shrimp from the bag from Trader Joe's. Here's the directions.
The hardest part of any of this cooking is juggling the timing. I think I have 4 or 5 timers going, and I'm fixing to take, this is the packet of the sauce that goes on the honey walnut shrimp. The package said to microwave it at 50% power, I think, for a minute. And this is the sauce that goes on Tim's General Tso's. I've got it in hot water. If that doesn't warm it up, I will nuke that as well. I also took a package of Seeds of Change brown rice and quinoa for me. And Tim's white rice just kicked off. So the timing is the hardest part of all of this. With 4 minutes left on my air fryer, I've taken these 2 store-bought egg rolls that I microwaved for 90 seconds to start them thawing out. I sprayed them with spray. I tossed my General Tso's around, put it back in, and we have 4 minutes left on that. I got busy. The zucchini is a little done, that's okay. Sometimes I cook it low and slow, sometimes I cook it high and fast. I'm going to finish it off in a minute just with some soy sauce or liquid aminos. Way back here in the back, which you probably can't see, these are the honey walnut shrimp that are cooking in the back. And they will have their own sauce. It'll come together really quick. So warmed up General Tso's sauce for Tim. I'm going to take me maybe 2 pieces out, 3. That doesn't get the spicy sauce. Toss that. And the warmed up sauce for the honey walnut shrimp, and a little bit of amount of walnuts in a little baggie that was in the package. So we will toss these all together and it will be time to eat. My favorite food. We haven't been to a Chinese restaurant in a while, and that's why I always keep these things on hand. It was time to try the honey walnut shrimp from Trader Joe's. It looks delicious, smells delicious. I'll leave a comment. This one is always a winner here. I keep a couple little pieces out for me that I can put sweet chili sauce. Toss the rest in the spicy General Tso for Tim. My last 2 egg rolls. Some sauteed zucchini and onion with a little bit of soy sauce or liquid aminos. For me, brown rice and quinoa out of a little Seeds of Change packet in the microwave. And for Tim, to go with all the sauce from the General Tso's, just white rice. Make your own Chinese takeout buffet is what's for dinner today. On days when I'm needing comfort food, I guess I just always do the same things. This is one of those. Tim loves potatoes. He loves what we call loaded potatoes or potato wedges. All I do is just cut a potato in big thick wedges. I do soak them for a minimum of 30 minutes. These might even go an hour or more. And then I'm going to dry them off good, season them, and do them in my air fryer. They also do great in the oven. I did them for 15 years on a sheet pan in the oven roasted potato wedges. I checked them 2 minutes shy and they're ready. So 22 minutes in my air fryer for potato wedges. One for today and one for tomorrow. 2 of the last spicy chicken fillets from Sam's Club for Tim. In about 3 or 4 minutes, I'll add a Morningstar chicken patty for me. I'm going to cook these at 370 for 14 minutes, and I'll flip his at 7. A really quick one. I cooked enough for today and tomorrow using my air fryer. 2 russet potatoes that we turned into loaded potato wedges. Tim has 2 spicy chicken fillets we'll make into sandwiches, and I've got 2 Morningstar chicken fillets, sandwiches for me. If we eat all this mountain of carb loading indulgence today, we've got chips. That's dinner today and tomorrow, chicken sandwiches and loaded fries.
Oh yeah.
Are you excited?
Very.
This has got your name written all over it.
Does.
Not healthy. I would have fixed farro or quinoa or something.
Farro?
Instead, we have potatoes loaded with butter, sour cream, bacon bits, and cheese.
Farro, doesn't that? That doesn't sound good.
That's what's for dinner today. Make really quick some little pepperoni crescents. We've shown these before. You take crescent roll triangles. I'm going to add some pepperoni. What I thought was mozzarella sticks. Looks like Stacy in her haste grabbed something in Kroger that they labeled mozzarella. Thought I was getting just string cheese. Mozzarella cheese with added cheddar cheese, so they're twist. Haven't actually made these with cheese before, but that's what's here. I'm going to go with it. Pepperoni, and then I mixed up. Just melted some butter in the microwave and mixed some garlic powder in it. Brush them with garlic butter and put them in the air fryer for about 7 minutes. Quick and easy.
You can, of course, do these on a sheet pan in the oven. I did them for 2 decades like that before I got an air fryer. What works for me is 1 triangle, 3 slices of pepperoni, and half of a piece of string cheese, and then I brush the tops with garlic butter. These fit in my size air fryer basket, so it works great for me.
Probably these pepperoni crescents or just crescent rolls and biscuits are the only things I don't flip halfway. These should be done in about 7 minutes. 7 minutes later. I think we could call this a 10-minute meal. This is just about the quickest thing you can make and call it cooking. I made some little pepperoni crescents. We will dip in marinara. I made us a big salad. We also have some chips if Tim doesn't want the salad, but we did have tomato in the house for his. So pepperoni crescents dipped in marinara and a green salad. Tim just walked in the door and is hungry. That is what is his dinner today. What you doing there, cowboy?
I'll make me a little breakfast food.
You need to put butter or oil in there first.
That would be a splendid idea. Splendid. Just splendid. How's that? As you go, hot pan, cold oil. Is that what you say?
You're mean.
I'm not mean.
Bacon bits?
Mm-hmm.
With the ham too?
Probably would have been better if I had toasted these beforehand.
It would have. I always toast them in a separate little skillet.
But for whatever reason, that was a little slow.
You want me to get you some ham out?
Not now. A little bit of cheese. You won't need more. This is just a starter. Yeah, we're getting serious.
That's my big thing of cheese.
You don't see me toss it over my shoulder into it?
Are you cleaning the floor tonight?
Well, I guess I won't toss it.
Nobody tosses a door. So bacon bits. Would you like some ham?
Nah.
So it's a bacon and cheese omelet?
Yeah, it's going to be.
Okay.
And it's going to be great. As Tony used to say.
Tony who?
The tiger.
I knew that.
I know you did.
What dinged?
Gluten-free waffles.
Tell you're excited about them.
Carrot. You know why we having gluten-free?
Because someone named TIM picked up
Because we don't have any that have gluten in them right now.
Someone named TIM picked up the gluten-free box at Trader Joe's. That's the last of the gluten-free waffles. Actually, we couldn't tell the difference. They were good.
Probably a better way of doing this. But this is quicker.
That's how they do it at Waffle House or IHOP or Shoney's or wherever you get.
They do it in my house.
Whose house?
My house.
Tim cooked every bit of this. He is my hero today and every day. Bacon, cheese, omelets, gluten-free Trader Joe's waffles.
And lots of syrup.
And lots of syrup and lots of butter and not fattening and not artery clogging and not unhealthy. Breakfast is what's for dinner today. Thank you, sweetheart.
You're welcome.
After 18 months on Zoom, My Lady's Bible Study has returned to in-person study. We're doing Elijah by Priscilla Shire. It was our group's turn to bring breakfast, and I made an egg casserole. I took a pound of breakfast sausage. I used the Jimmy Dean brand, browned it on the stovetop, drained it. I took in a bowl 8 eggs and beat those and added my seasonings, which was some dry mustard powder and salt and pepper. Then you add 2.5 cups of milk, or you can use half and half. I took a 9x13 Pyrex, sprayed it really well with nonstick cooking spray, and then laid out my 6 pieces of bread. This one is also easily halved. You just cut everything in half and use an 8x8. Then you take the sausage that you've drained really well. That's the next layer. Then an entire 8-ounce package of cheese. I used cheddar jack this time. You can use Colby, jack, cheddar, anything you've got. I do pour the egg mixture over and then take my whisk and try to smush it all down. You're going to cover and refrigerate this overnight. The next morning, I preheat my oven to 350. It should look like this. The eggs have absorbed into the bread and everything. In my oven, this bakes in about 45 minutes. It might take up to 60 in yours. This was mine hot out of the oven, ready to go. As I said, I'm totally biased. Our group has the best food. We had all kinds of muffins and homemade cinnamon rolls and my egg casserole and fruit and a big dip and chips and another great casserole and a homemade blueberry pound cake that was delicious. Actually, everything was delicious. Deer sausage, banana bread, and I can't remember what that bread was. Everything was great. And right at the end, my friend Beverly came in with a big pan of cheese grits, which were amazing. I ate until I was stuffed. It was all delicious. We had a wonderful time. Thanks so much for stopping by. Take care. Have a wonderful and truly blessed day.